Hi, my name is Corey Mentor, and I am the president of Trinity Employment Specialists. And at Trinity, we are a staffing organization. We staff in the medical field and general business positions. And most recently, we've put a lot of emphasis on our industrial staffing. Over the last 2 years, we wanted to put the same kind of quality in industrial staffing that a lot of other people who do it, who are in that field, they just they do numbers and quantity only. We're like, man, we know if we put this effort into the industrial staffing field that people would really make a difference. In the last 2 years, it has quickly become half of our business. And we are one of the top medical staffing firms in this state. We're definitely the most reviewed staffing firm in this state. We've been in Inc. magazine, the whole thing, just for medical staffing, and now industrial staffing. People really appreciate our approach to quality over quantity. And so if you're interested in industrial staffing, give us a call. Take a look at our website on that particular thing. This is part 2 of a series that I'm doing specifically with Stephen Covey. I read this book about 20 years ago. It's called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And man, it was just a great eye-opener to me. And I'd mentioned one of the principles in there in a video that I'd done 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it got me thinking that maybe I need to go read this book again. And I did. And I started realizing, holy cow, man, there are a lot of really great career-type principles that you can relate these 7 habits to. And so I should take a look at them. And so I want to go over the last 3 here. I think I did the first 4. This next one, and so let me do the first 3. Just number 1 is be proactive. Number 2, begin with the end in mind. Start with the end first. Put the first things first, and then think win-win. This next one here is seek first to understand and then to be understood. This is something that I did not do for at least the first half of my career. I just didn't. I was so engulfed in what I wanted to say that I never really sought to understand anyone. And this is what happened. I jumped to conclusions, especially as a manager, because you've got someone pleading their case. And in fact, even today, I find myself wanting to just jump to conclusions and just make a call right then and there and just be decisive and direct and be this authoritative leader. But what I've learned is that you stir people up in a negative way when you do that. When you decide not to listen to other people around you and just completely dismiss them. All right, whenever you need something from them, they just won't be so loyal to you. And listen, there is this weird balance, especially as business owners, of letting people walk on you and then also making people feel valued. And same thing is with your coworkers if you're building a career for yourself. Listen, trust me, make sure you seek to understand first and don't open your mouth. And if you're going to say something foolish or if you're just not knowledgeable about it, don't open your mouth and make it abundantly clear that you don't know what you're talking about. And that's just biblical right out of Proverbs. But this has helped me more than anything in bringing people together, seeking first to understand, letting everyone speak first. Write down my notes. Be thinking, know what I'm wanting to say, but then if what I was going to say was stupid because they corrected it here, mark that off. And then once you've had a chance to hear from everyone, then speak. Don't do it before then. It's some of the wisest advice that you could ever be given. So that's really important. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Number 6 is synergize. Bringing people together. Seeking to understand first is one of the keys to it. But bringing synergy and bringing everyone together to a team is really, really important. And one of the ways that you can do it is celebrating people. And for us, the way that Trinity does it is we have one big, huge prize celebration when we get this. So right now, we are getting ready to hit a goal. We're going to hit it next week. We set it many months ago, but we're probably going to hit it this next week, which is a super huge thing. All right, everybody in our company knows that when Corey throws a party, there's crazy prizes going everywhere. Some of the prizes are nuts. I mean, I've got this blow-up thing that's bigger than this room, and it's a huge swan that they can take to the lake with them. It's like a $300 or $400 deal, but I've got some very practical things as well. And everyone knows this is going to be unique. This is going to be fun. The prizes he's going to bring there, we would never go and buy for ourselves, but all of them are nice. And they're expensive too. And so everybody knows this. And so it brings so much synergy because everyone is not working independently. They're working for the same goal. A lot, if you get your commission structures messed up as a business owner, oftentimes you'll get people siloing out to try to make a big name for themselves. But even if you don't have a commission structure, but if you notice people trying to build an island and go off by themselves, watch this and use your influence to bring people together. Synergizing your team is one of the most important things you can do. Same thing with your family. Synergizing your family is really important. One of the things that I do in our family, I've written a definition of what it is to be a mentor. And my kids are only 8 and 12, but I'll tell you, you ask them, what does it mean to be a mentor? They can tell you. They can tell you. We don't lie. We do not lie as a family. We're not liars. They'll tell you, we are going to have high character. We are going to work hard. We are not going to be lazy and watch other people work. It's not what a mentor is. And so, when everyone buys into this ideology, well, then we're all synergized by it. And great leaders have the ability to do that. All right, last thing, sharpen the saw. Stephen Covey used a great analogy where he had, and I think he borrowed it actually from an old wise tale, but it's just brilliant. So he had two guys that had axes and they were chopping a tree. And one guy would chop 10 trees a day because they're huge trees. And the other guy would work twice as hard but only chopped down 7 trees. But this guy that chopped down 10 trees, he would take like 20-minute breaks, like every hour or something like that. And this guy that's chopping down 10 trees, he's working throughout all these breaks and he can't figure out how in the world is this guy chopping down 10 trees? So he goes over there one day, he's like, listen, man, I've been working for a week. I'm chopping way harder and longer than you, and you're taking 20-minute breaks every hour, but yet you're chopping down 3 more trees than I do a day. Why? And he's like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I'm sharpening my axe. And so in business, this is really important for you to remember that you need to take time to sharpen your mind. You've got to make time to train yourself. Give yourself an opportunity to learn the best information in your field that's available. And be intentional with it. Seek it out. Take time out to sharpen your saw or your axe. It's really important. And so if Trinity can help you with sharpening your axe, getting yourself in the right place, we would love to be a resource for you. Our website has a lot of really great advice, including these videos that I do to try to help people to sharpen their saw or their axe. Give us a call at 918-622-2588, or if you want to have access to all of this great content, go to our website at trinityemployment.com.